I'm Benita Levine. Thank you so much for staying with us. Well, turning our attention now to sport in the time of the coronavirus pandemic. The Tel Aviv Grand Slam Judo competition has been given the green light. It takes place next week. As Israel exits gradually from its third lockdown, the Ministry of Culture and Sports has clarified that professional athletes can return to training. Now, ahead of the Grand Slam, private jets are being sent to key points in Europe to bring competitors to Israel, and they will then isolate at one of the country's top hotels. So for more on the story, we now welcome Peter Paltchik, Israel's Judoka champion and the current European champion, and he joins us from Be'er Yaakov here in Israel. Peter, thank you so much for your time today. Now, there is some controversy, of course, around the Tel Aviv Grand Slam taking place next week. The airport in the country is still closed for most people, and there are Israelis still waiting to return home, and yet athletes are being flown in on chartered flights to compete. What do you make of the steps that are being taken right now to make sure tournaments like this can happen in these very unusual times?
First of all, I want to say that my heart goes out for all that people that are stuck in other countries and they're trying to get home. And I think it's crazy that in such times like that, we can arrange a tournament in such a measure, a Grand Slam tournament. It's a big thing, and it's just saying that our judo association president Moshe Ponti is so strong man and so wise that he can arrange such a big event in times like that. It means a lot for us, for the athletes, because the Olympic Games will ahead in several months from now, and we need that very, very important Olympic qualification points,
And Peter, of course, normally when you compete before the coronavirus pandemic, there were stands full of supporters and sports fans. What is it like competing in the time of corona? What kind of measures are going to be in place to make sure not only athletes but fans as well are all keeping safe?
It's a very unusual time, and the athletes, we cannot resist the joy of the crowd, because in the European Championship I was alone on the fights and I could hear my coach shouting, and usually I can hear nothing, because of the crowd. And when I stand on the podium on the first place, when I crowned as a European champion, I was alone. in the stadium, and I was singing for myself the Atikva anthem, and I was also with the mask, so people cannot even see me singing, So I was taking that moment for myself. In my most pride and joyful moment, I was alone. So I took that moment to myself. I closed my eyes and I imagined that all our nation, all the Israel country are standing with me and singing with me the Hatikva anthem. So it was quite a special moment for me.
Special indeed.
I hope that the crowd will get back to the stadiums, and I can see in the NBA, in the UEFA League. So the athletes, they are missing the crowd energy. It's not the same thing.
Definitely not the same, but certainly I'm sure you know that people were watching and singing along, as you say, from afar. Peter, the past year, as you mentioned, it's been such a start and stop period for the whole world and, of course, the whole sports industry. How have you personally managed to stay fit physically and then, of course, as well, focused mentally?
I just spoke with one of my friends about how that coronavirus started, and it started I think in December, January in China, and then it started to spread all over the world very, very fast. And my last tournament before the coronavirus was Paris Grand Slam, which I managed to win and take the gold medal. But the way to Paris was already by the circumstances of the corona. Like on the plane, we was with the mask, and I kind of laughed about that situation. I said, it's a small virus over the sea in China. It's not gonna spread in the world, and it's not gonna make that effect that everyone is so afraid of. And I couldn't imagine myself situation that the Olympic Games were postponed because of that. So it's crazy, just crazy. When the Olympic postponed it to 2021, I had a breakdown with myself. I was so sad, and it took me 2-3 days to make a plan what I'm gonna do with myself. I said to myself that the coronavirus will finally, after maybe 1.5 years, it will go away. But what I'm gonna do in the meantime? What can I take that time and to use it for myself? And I said, after the coronavirus, I'm gonna be not the same athlete. I'm gonna be a better athlete, because I will use that time to fix my problems with my injuries that I stuck with them. Some small injuries. It's perfect time to heal everything. It's perfect time to work on different kind of trainings like flexibility and some movement. It's perfect time to work on some new techniques and tactics and new strategy.
Right.
And I use that time for that. So
you can help be prepared, of course, for the Olympics as well. And of course, you talk about the coronavirus. You know, of course, Israel's vaccination rollout is happening at such a rapid rate. Although there are concerns, the pace is slowing because many younger people aren't coming forward. What role do you think sports stars and celebrities have in encouraging people to be inoculated?
Actually, now I'm participating in some campaign for Ministry of Health, and that campaign said that message goes for the young people that most of them are not they don't want to make that vaccines. So me personally, I took that vaccine for the second dose already 2 weeks ago. And I'm participating in that campaign, and my message to the young generation and to all over the people who don't want to make that vaccine, go and do that, because it's the most important thing. This is the thing that will make the solution for all the world and for us as a humanity to overcome that virus. Only that. This is my message for everyone.
Peter Paltchik, thank you so much for your time and your message. And of course, when you